Hi everyone. So today we're going to go over how MLPerf benchmark works. So MLPerf benchmark is essentially a benchmark to measure the performance of machine learning inferencing. So in short, it measures like how fast a model can run on a given hardware. So let's look at its major components. So first we have our model weight, which is the weight of the model that we want to inference, and also a data set that we're gonna like feed into the model. We also have our preprocessor that preprocesses the data before we feed it into the model. And most important part is load gen. It is essentially a central controller during the measurement process. It's in charge of distributing the data to the model and also starting and ending the timer, as well as generating the final result. So we also have our backend. So backend is essentially where the loaded model is. So we're going to load our model weights into the backend. So backend is ready for inferencing, and it generates the actual output based on the input data. And we also have our preprocessor, which is a component that post-processor, and a post-process the generated data from the backend and then send it back to the benchmark. So now we have our components. How does the measurement process works? So first we need to load our model weight into the backend. Right, so then our backend has the loaded model that's ready to do the inference. And then we're gonna preprocess the data set. So our preprocessor processes the data set, and then it's gonna give it to the load gen. So now load gen possesses the data, and it's ready to dispatch the data to the benchmark for inferencing. So now the timer starts, and load gen dispatch some of the data to the MLPerf benchmark. Upon receiving the input data from the load gen, it then sends the data to the backend for inferencing. The backend do the inferencing with its loaded model, and then give the result to the post processor. And the post processor just post process the result and then send it back to the benchmark. And the benchmark send the result to the load gen. And that's when the timer stops. And then we have our inference time. So load gen will also so just calculate the time it took for a model to do the inferencing, as well as whether the inference result actually meet our expected accuracy. So then is going to generate the report, which is load gen log. And it contains all the information about the measurement process, including the time, accuracy, and more depending on your configuration. And this is it. Thank you everyone for listening.